Hey guys, welcome to this week's video. My name is Sarah from Cultivate Balance, where we help you to manage stress in your life. I know that this time is super stressful and it has been taking its toll on my muscles. I feel tight and sore and pain all the time, especially in my neck, my shoulders, and sort of my upper back. And so today we're going to talk about a few stretches to stretch out your whole body, and so that you can do a couple of things. First off is relieve the tension in your body, and second of all is reduce the stress. Plus there's a little bit of a bonus here. Stretching, in particular in the evening before bed, will actually help you sleep deeper. It helps all your body, all your muscles relax and allows you to sink into a deeper sleep. So let's get started. First off, we are going to start from the top and work our way down, okay? So this might be my favorite stretch. We're just going to do ear to shoulder. Now, for all of these stretches, we're going to just hold them a few seconds today, but the optimal stretching time is 30 seconds, okay? Go ahead and switch. Now, it's also good if you hold it for less time. You can go all the way up to a minute. However, after a minute, it's not really beneficial. Your muscles can only lengthen so much. And so I usually hold for 30 seconds, a minute, or 30 seconds on each side. So a minute for each stretch. If it's a good 10-minute routine here, but we're going to make it a little bit shorter than that today. Another thing I like to do is sort of roll my chin in front from ear to shoulder. It really feels good in the back of my neck. I can really let my head hang forward and it feels great, okay? So ear to shoulder, roll in front. Another one is take your nose to your armpit. It seems kind of odd, but that stretch, you can really feel it in the front kind of side of your neck. That feels so good. Okay, again, do each side, holding for 30 seconds. Oh, feels amazing. In this video, there's actually a bonus. It's called the Ultimate Guide to Stretching. So you can grab that bonus on our website and it will really help to walk you through these. And that way you can just check them off your list. It's a printable, it's super easy. The next one we're gonna do are our shoulders. So I have a corner here, okay? So a great one is to put your one hand on one wall and one hand on the other and lean into that corner. Okay, so what I'm doing is opening up my chest, feeling that stretch in those pec muscles. Feels so good. You can also take those hands down when you're in the corner. When you're in the corner and roll those hands around. Feels so good, and you can feel that stretch all the way down your arms. You can bring that arm across your chest and just hold at the elbow, both sides. Good, so we got our neck, we got our shoulders, we got our arms here. You can take your hands behind your back and bend over, bring those hands up, get a great stretch, again, through those pec muscles in your chest. Okay, another great one to do is hold onto your arms like this and lean to the side, bend to the side. You can roll around in front and bend to the other side. Really stick that hip out, okay? Stick that hip out to the side and then roll around. This is a great stretch for your low back. You can kind of hold anywhere that feels good. Get a little bit stuck there, like right here feels really, really good. The key, you guys, the secret to low back stretches is that you push your belly out, okay? So I push my belly out and really let my posture slouch, okay? So my back is nice and rounded, push my belly out, and then I can really feel that stretch in my low back, okay? The other one we can do is just shift those hips to the side and roll those hips a little bit to each side. This gets our IT band. There's a big muscle band that goes from our hip all the way down our leg, and that gets really, really tight, okay, especially if we've been sitting too much. Okay, so do both sides, just rock a little in front, a little behind, I know that after a long day, your muscles get tight, they get sore. And whether you've been doing physical labor or you've just been sitting and at your desk all day, muscles are meant to move. And so if we don't do that very much, they get really tight and sore. But stretching at the end of the day or after exercise is a great way to combat that. Okay, another great stretch is to reach your hands way up high. Again, push your belly out just a little bit and bring those hands back. Okay, another great stretch. And then sweep those hands down. Keep a slight bend in the knee and reach down toward your toes. Just hold this stretch nice and gentle. If you can't reach your toes, no big deal. It does not matter. Nothing in life requires you to touch your toes, okay? I get that question all the time. You can always do a little sway here if it feels good. Okay, you can let your head sway as well. Let that head hang. Do a little circle if it feels good. The next thing, we're gonna bend one knee and then the other, okay? Bend one knee and then the other. This is gonna stretch those glutes, okay? You can see here, feel that stretch in those glute muscles. It feels really, really, really good. Maybe all the way up the back of your leg. Good. So as a rule in stretching, do what feels good, okay? If it hurts, ease off. This is not no pain, no gain, okay? This is feeling good at the end of the day. So if it hurts, ease off a little bit, okay? The next one we can do, take a wide step, bend one leg, feel that stretch on the inside of that leg. I know that everybody has been having different exercise, different physical routines through this pandemic. So make sure that if at absolute minimum, you stretch every day. Like I said, stretching before bed is my favorite. It feels great and it helps you sleep deeper, which I think we could all use right now. Another one, go ahead and take a step forward. I've got my toes up and I'm just gonna bend back. I can feel that stretch, the whole back side of that leg. This is the hamstring stretch. Good. Again, if you want a list of all these stretches, head on over to our website, micultivatebalance.com/tools. And there's a printout there. It will list for you all these exercises. It's called the Ultimate Guide to Stretching. This is one of my favorites. It feels so, so good. Those hamstrings get really, really tight. Good, and relax. All right, two more here. Go ahead and hold on to the wall. Now that I got my pictures all disheveled here, you can do this two ways, okay? So you can just reach back and grab your foot. You can also do this lying down, okay? And really, I prefer lying down just because you get a better stretch, okay? So what I would do if I were on the floor is to lay on the floor on my belly, turn to the side, so I'm a little bit lying on this side, and then I would bring that foot back and I can prop it against the floor if that feels good. That's a little bit easier, especially if you can't quite reach your foot or if those quads are really, really tight, then doing this one on the floor is a better option, okay? Again, just holding this. You want to make sure that your knees are relatively together. If in any of these stretches, you start getting some joint pain, okay? So for this one, for some people, they start getting knee pain or hip pain in that other leg, then you wanna stop, okay? And readjust. This should not cause any pain at all. If it does, you wanna stop, ease off a little bit, and readjust. If it's still causing pain, don't do that stretch, okay? We don't want any pain here. Good, these should all feel super, super good. And relax. All right, go ahead here. We're gonna take a step forward. Our front leg is gonna be bent. Our back leg is gonna be straight. We're gonna shift those hips forward, okay? So shift those hips forward so that you feel that stretch in the front side of that hip flexor. You feel it right down the front side of those hips. Make sure that your feet and your hips are all facing the same direction, okay? So if I'm this way, both feet are facing the camera and my hips are facing the camera. It's really easy to do this, Make sure they're straight. Now, if you can't feel it, shorten your step just a little bit. This should not be a big, huge step where your legs are far apart. It should be a nice short step. Okay, so you can always shorten those feet together. You can also lean just a little bit to one side or the other and then hold wherever feels good, okay? So for me, I have my left foot back, and if I lean to the right, that feels really good in the front side of that hip, okay? Right through the front side of that hip. For some people, depending on how you're tight, if you lean the other way, you feel that stretch in your calf a little bit on that back side, and that's okay too. When we're doing complex stretches like this, where we're gonna feel it is our limiting muscle, okay? So my limiting muscle is my quads. My quads are really tight, which then come up to my hip flexor. If you are more tight in your calves are going to be that limiting muscle, and that's where you'll feel this stretch. So it depends on the person for some of these stretches, okay? I get that question a lot. Go ahead and switch feet. Good, so both feet are facing forward. Shift those hips forward and feel that stretch in that hip flexor, right through the front side of that hip. So I get that question a lot. I don't feel it where you say I should feel it. I feel it here. Or I don't know what I'm supposed to be feeling, right? And that is okay. Everybody's bodies are a little bit different based on our walk pattern, our habits, how we spend our time. So if you are feeling a stretch, especially these complex ones, if you're feeling this stretch in your leg, just hold it as long as it feels good, as long as it doesn't hurt. Even if you're feeling a different place than I am, that's okay. Okay, a lot of times, especially in group exercise classes, the instructor will say, oh, no, stop, you gotta wait, you can't feel it there, and that's really not all that accurate, because depending on where you're tight, depending on that limiting muscle, you might feel it in a different spot than other people, okay? And that is okay. We're doing what feels good for our body, what feels good for our pain, and what that means is that we might feel it differently than other people, and that is okay, okay? All right, guys, that is the last one for today. The other great thing you can do, and I absolutely love this, it's a Tai Chi trick, is take closed fists here and just give those legs a little bit of a knead or a little punch, okay? Feels really, really good, and it's just a great way to loosen up sore muscles, to relax at the end of the day, and it even helps us sleep a little bit better. All right, guys, if you need the printable so that you don't have to watch this video every time, hop on over at our website. It's micultivatebalance.com/tools to get the printable. You can get all these exercises listed out. There's pictures in case you forget what the names are. It's super easy to do. Hold each stretch for 30 seconds. You'll sleep better, you'll feel better, and at the end of the day, it literally reduces your stress. You'll feel everything just relax, okay? Always pair stretches with deep breathing, and make sure that you're going and listening to your own body, okay? My body is different than your body, and that is okay. You guys have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next week. Bye.